Hey guys, Dino Gomez here, and in this video training today we're going to be talking about the two different types of online coaches. Alright guys, so I got this analogy actually from Alex Becker who did an amazing job of breaking this down. He did this in a different metaphor, but I want to tie this into the coaching space. So if you're an online coach, listen up, because you probably fall into one of these two categories. You're either a raider, all right, I'll put that up here, raider, or you're an aristocrat. All right, you're either a raider or aristocrat. So what's the difference between a raider and an aristocrat? Well, the raider, they normally have very quick success. All right, they move really fast. This is like your social media influencer, right? They love talking. They're doing Facebook Lives left and right. They're all over the place. They're kind of a micro influencer. They're throwing stuff at the wall. They take imperfect action, right? They're kind of just the doers, right? So they're leading the charge, right? And so raiders are doing absolutely everything. They lead the charge. They normally have very quick success. But then they get stuck. They literally get stuck, sometimes around this number, sometimes a little bit higher. But they're so focused on being out there on social media and doing a bunch of things, making a bunch of noise. They find that success, but then they get stuck because they're not an aristocrat. Now, what does an aristocrat do? An aristocrat is up here and they think. All right, an aristocrat is all about numbers. All right, they're about numbers, systems, delegation, task, teamwork, infrastructure. All right, they put together the process, like the entire systematic framework to grow a business to bigger numbers. All right, things like 7 figures. All right, that's what the aristocrat's thinking about, is how can I organize the team, put together SOPs, systems, delegation, operations, all of this stuff so that we get to this bigger number. Also, the aristocrat's thinking, like, how can I work in my zone of genius and delegate out to team members all these other things that need to happen so that I can focus on long-term vision and what's going to actually help us get to these bigger numbers, help us impact and serve more clients. All right, so that's what the aristocrat does. They're all about like numbers. They're all about numbers, system, delegation, task, organization, long-term vision. And the raiders just about going crazy really, really, really fast, and they make things happen. They get short-term success. They get stuck. What happens is the raider needs to become the aristocrat if they want to go from these types of numbers, right, to like these 7-figure numbers. All right, and so the question, comment below, guys. Let me know, are you a raider or are you an aristocrat right now? Like, which type of personality are you? All right, and so if you are a raider, right, then you are probably having some success. You probably find it really easy to land your first initial few clients. But then the problem is, right, you run out of time, or you get burnt out, or you get stuck, or you start jumping from industry to industry, or, right, you don't hire a team and you're afraid to hire a team. You're unorganized. You're probably not an aristocrat thinking long-term vision. You're bad with systems and operations. You probably have a million tabs open on your computer, and you probably have like just a million different things around your desk and everything like that. That's just the personality of a raider, and that's great for starting the business. But if you're an online coach and you want to get to the bigger numbers, guys, you got to start transforming into this right here, the aristocrat who's really thinking and is operational at the top of the business. All right, and so, guys, I hope this is helpful, right, to put in perspective and have you self-reflect kind of where you're at in your coaching business, right, what your strengths and weaknesses are. Really important, right, as an online entrepreneur, as an online coach, to know what our strengths and weaknesses are, right, so we can get better at our weaknesses, right, and do what we can to spend more time on our strengths, because that's normally what's producing for us. And so, guys, if this is helpful, right, if you're figuring out right now, you're like, oh my gosh, that totally makes sense. I'm totally a raider. I'm not good with numbers, delegation, teams, systems, and organizations. Then, guys, that's all that's missing. Let's help you become the actual aristocrat so that you can get to these bigger numbers, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. Right? Got to be the aristocrat. And so, if this training was helpful, guys, and you're like, dang it, I'm totally a raider, then what you have to do, guys, is beneath this video there'll be a link. Click that link. It'll be in the description of the video or in the first comments. And if you're a raider, definitely click that link, because it's going to take you to another free training. We're going to show you the 5 profit levers to grow your online business, to basically transition from the raider mentality into the aristocrat mentality, so that you can start thinking big picture, start building teams, operations, systems. We're going to show you some really cool ways to do that, really cool ways data-driven ways, case studies, all these different ways to take you from Raider to progress over to Aristocrat. All right, and so I hope this was helpful self-reflection wise to realize where you're at in your coaching business. And so what you want to do is go ahead, click that link, guys, if you want to check out how to transition from Raider to Aristocrat so you can grow your business 7 figures. That's in the description. That's it for this video, guys. I hope that was helpful. Dino Gomez here. We will see you in the next one.